Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Ambassador Starco Gaming here, back with another Dragon Champion video. Guys, the More Doom event is coming in 2 weeks, and today we are going to start looking at the 5 characters we want to work on for this event. And today the first one is going to be Solius. A lot of people just got Solius, so the timing of this video, in my opinion, is perfect. But before we get into that, guys, if you're a new player to the game, or if you were level 15 or below, make sure to use the promo code STARCO. To do so, it's pretty simple. You click on the gear here, the settings button, you go and use promo code, and you enter the word STARCO like that. You press OK, and you're gonna get $10 worth of freebies. Definitely worth doing, guys, if you're new to the game. Now, Solius. How do we build Solius? But by the way, guys, this is going to be the 5 human we're going to be making videos about. Solius is going to be the healer, Little Batty is going to be the tank, Eric, Shellbreaker, Krill, and Freezer are going to be the damage dealer, pretty much. So this is the top 5 human character, in my opinion, for the More Doom event. I might be mistaken once we reach to the event, but those are the 5 characters we're going to be covering in the next 5 videos. So if we start with Solius here, Solius is a healer, and well, there we go. Solius is order, human, healer, and leader is actually going to be the leader for this human squad, by the way, guys, because he just brings so much to the squad with his leadership. Now the first thing we want to know is the skills. Which skills should we focus on getting to maxed out, because that's the most important thing. There is, in my opinion, only one skill that you should focus on fully maxing out, and is his passive, because of the potency increase at the end here. And the level 5, the cheat death, the potency increase lasts 1 more turn, which the ability, when the battle starts, all ally human defenders receiving them are increased for 3 turns. All ally human healer and tactician receive cheat death for 3 turns, and all ally human fighter receive a potency increase for 3 turns. And if Nightingale is in the battlefield, she receives all this buff as well. We're not gonna have Nightingale in that battlefield because she is not human, but we are definitely going to have all the humans for these buffs. So in my opinion, this is the most important skill to get to level 6. All the other skills, we're going to take a look at them very fast. All the other skills are actually not that important to get to level 6, in my opinion. Like here, if you get to level 6, all you get is 40% magic damage, which is not very important for healer, and 5% chance to restore 1 turn to a random ability. That one could actually be decent, but that's just bring it to a 15% chance. So it's really not that important, in my opinion. Now, if we actually max it out, the stats we're gonna get on this ability is, well, first it's the basic ability, Raging Sun, deal 210% magic damage to an enemy, if it did 15% chance to restore 1 turn to a random ability, and call Nightingale to assist if she is on the battlefield. The second skill is healing. Definitely, if you need the extra healing, getting that one to level 6 is probably the second most important to get to level 6. But even if you only have it there, it's definitely not bad. See, heal all allies by 450% of Solius magic damage, and heal everybody is a very, very, very strong healing. But I don't think we actually need it to get it to 100% here, to 550%. I think the 450% is just good enough, in my opinion. But if you got the books, well, the scroll, just do it to get that increasing healing, definitely. Then we got the third skill. Third skill is Ammo Blessing, heal an ally by 40% their max health, apply an armor increase, a tenacity increase, ace, a damage increase, and cheat death for 2 turns. This one is important to get to level 5. That is it. If you have it to level 5, you are definitely fine, because the last level only gives you 10% healing. Definitely not worth to put the scroll there. So you wanted to get to level 5 and get the 30% of their max health, pretty much the healing of the max health for 1 target. That's pretty much all you want to do there. And the last skills we're going to take a look at is the leadership ability, guys. Let's take a look at this leadership ability. Fully maxed out. Sun Guardian, both the physical damage and magical damage of all allies from the order increased by 25%. The counterattack chance of all ally human increased by 10% for each human living in the party. The critical chance of all ally elves increased by 5% for each living elf in the party. And the potency of all allies panda increase by 5% for each living panda in a party. Obviously, if you can get it to level 6, that will be my third most important skill to get to level 6, maybe second most important. I think this one will actually be more important than the healing, actually. So if you were to get 2 skills to level 6, I will recommend first the passive ability and second the leadership. Those are the 2 I think must-have skills, because if you don't get this one to level 6, you get it to a level 5. The counterattack chance of all allied humans is going to go from 50% for 5 human in the party to 25% for 5 human in the party. I think this is a huge drop, so I think that the level 6 is really important is as a leader, but I still think the passive ability is more important than this. Now if we take a look at the rune, guys, my setup for runes is optimized for raids, which I think is going to be about the same setup for the Mordoom event. So you want to have 2 tenacity rune so you can get the 15% tenacity and the 4 speed so you can get the 10% extra speed. Speed is always important, especially for healers. And the tenacity here is because you want to make sure you don't get debuffed as much as possible. You might still get debuffed, but the higher your tenacity is, the less chance you're gonna get debuffed, which makes Solius so much stronger, obviously. So it's 2 tenacity, 4 speed. The primary you need, first you have northeast here. You need to have speed as primary, as pretty much I'll say 100% of the cases it's always speed there, if I'm not mistaken. Then at the south you want to have health. You want to increase your survivability a little bit, you know, a little bit extra health always help. And on the northwest you want to have tenacity. You can see here 22.5% tenacity is a huge boost. That's actually give us pretty solid stat here. We're going to check the stats. The important stats, we have health, we have 23,751. Second stat is the speed, 226 speed. Over 200 speed is very important. And you can see is that tenacity, 82.19% chance you're gonna resist the debuff. This is a huge buff. This is very important, because if your Solius gets stunned, ability block, or you can apply buff to your team. I don't remember, I think it's buff immunity on your team, you are screwed. So this tenacity is very important because of that. Next, guys, we're gonna jump into some gameplay so we can see him in action. We're gonna jump into raid to showcase him a little bit. Nothing much, nothing long, just so you guys can actually see his healing in action. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Next video is going to be about Little Batty, a very underrated tank, by the way, in the game, guys. In my personal opinion, she is the best tank in the game, and we're gonna show why in the next Dragon Champion video, definitely. So guys, thank you for watching. You enjoy the gameplay with Solius in it, and on that, guys, I will see you in the next video.